Hello and welcome to Sparkle and Chill. Today, I thought there's one package that I have to open, so I thought I would get that one opened, and then another package that came today. So just so you guys don't think like I spend $1 million on diamond art, I don't usually. In the last 2 months, I've been stockpiling stuff, and I haven't opened a lot of it. It's still in the Amazon packaging because I used my small tax return, and I've just been finding kits that I like. And I'm really excited. A friend had sent me a gift, and I purchased 3 Diamond Art Club kits on the new release. Anyways, and those I'll show once I get them. I'm really excited about it though. One's a square and it's big, so I'm kind of nervous about that. And the other 2 are rounds. That being said, I have a couple things that showed up today, and I thought I'll do, and then I got this yesterday. I ordered this because I'm using those little bottles now, and this makes it so much easier when you're kitting up, or even while you're working, you can just slip the bottle in there and pour them from your tray in here without making a mess, and hopefully not spilling things all over. So it's a hope to, so using those little funnels that come from ArtDot, that I like, that they work, but they sometimes tip the bottle over if, you know, there's nothing in the bottle. They're too heavy. So this is a much better option. And this was on Amazon. And I think I'm eventually, once I get some stickers done, because I have a couple stickers that came with kits, and I'm going to get them made, and I think I'll just put them on there because I don't know what else to do with stickers. Anyways, so without further ado, I thought, let's start with the fun one. This, I know what's in the other one. I know what's in this too, but there should be, oh, there it is. Okay, there's 3 kits in here. I'm going to take them out one at a time. Let's put this one back down. Okay, I'll set this over here. We'll go through one at a time. So this one I love. So one of my favorite flowers is pansies. So I got this. It's an Amazon kit. And I'm really excited because I like, you can see the picture up there. That's pansies and butterflies. That came in my butterflies kit that my friend sent me a couple years ago. And I just love it. I love how the pansies come out. And so I thought, I'm going to get another one with pansies. So I got, this is just, I just thought it was beautiful. And there are 22 colors. And yeah, let's look and see what the colors are. It comes with the normal, this one came with the metal tweezers. I don't normally go through all these kits because they're usually the same, but this one came with, looks like they sent me 2 things of baggies. A green boat. This boat is a little bit different than the others. It's, oh, this is another one of those ones with the open end. I don't like that. I don't know why they think that we want that, because you can't work with this without them falling out. So that's pretty much useless in my opinion. But I did get another set of these nice tweezers, not the plastic yucky ones. I do like these. These and those other ones I got from the other premium kits. I mean, it's almost worth buying a couple of those premium kits just to get some of the tools that come with them. Even if, like I said, I'm more of a budget-friendly channel versus buying these big kits that cost so much. I made an exception because there was a couple that I really wanted, and I wanted to try those. I'm kind of afraid though, because once you get used to the really good ones, it's hard to go back to the other ones, right? When you don't know any different, then it's not that big a deal. But anyhow, and this comes with a multi-placer, the tweezers, and 2 things of wax. And then the drills, I do like when they put them like this, when you can see them all. And they're just, it's gonna be pretty. Oh, I was looking at it. I thought you could see too. But, you know, I could probably take these ones out and get them back in. Let's see, where's the opening? No, I think when you open these, you've opened them. There's not a, or is there? Oh, yes, there is. Okay. This one blended in so well. It's kind of dark in here. I came in here because the birds are up. I've had kind of a lazy day. It's 3 o'clock and I'm just really getting my day started, which is fine. I don't do that very often, but when I do, it's usually because I need it. Ooh. Look at those. Oops. Aren't those pretty? I don't know if those are ABs or not. It's hard to tell with the Amazon kits because they don't necessarily say right on them. This is kit number B20139. So that's on there, and then it just gives, it doesn't give any, at least on the packaging, it doesn't, but on the side there's DMC codes, which I'm glad for. And there's 22 colors. Look at that pink. Isn't that gorgeous? I love pinks and purples though. And I love the blues. And a nice pretty yellow. Okay. And then there's one more little train here. Browns and oranges. I have pansies out on my patio right now that have just taken off. Like I planted them a couple months ago and they've really taken off. So I'm kind of excited about. I started doing flower garden, so everywhere I lived before, there wasn't really anywhere to put any flowers up. I'm gonna take these off because I can't, they're glaring. There wasn't anywhere really that you could do flowers because I didn't have the sunlight. And so when I got, when I moved here, I have the nice patio. I mean, it's one of the nicest things about the whole apartment, honestly, because it's a really small apartment. But I have a real nice patio that I have put flowers on all the rails. And this year so far, I've got primroses and I've got pansies and violas. They're violas. They look like mini pansies. I'm trying to think if I got that name right. Anyways, and the violas were from last year, and they somehow stayed alive and grew. And last year's pansies ended up dying out. That doesn't usually happen, but for some reason, I think we got a cold spell that just, you know, froze them and they were gone. And then I got primroses on sale like a couple months ago, and I went ahead and bought enough to fill up the thing so that there would be some color out there. And I might move some of those to other pots and put some petunias in, but it's kind of getting late in the summer. But my petunias last few years have been gorgeous, but I don't have any planted this year. They generally don't last for the next year. They say they can, but I don't find that they do, at least in my area, or at least for me. So let's go to the next one. I'm just going to set these aside. I got 3 paintings, and let's put this stuff in there. Not going to worry about that boat because it's just going to go in the... It is a nice plastic than some of the others, but I'll never use that. Because I'd end up with drills all over the floor. And I like to use my bigger ones nowadays anyways. I haven't used the green boats for a while. Okay, I'm just going to set. I don't know what to do. We'll just set that right there. Okay, let's get the next one. The next one, I like this. You know, they've got some bigger prints that look similar to this. They're different artists, different, you know, thing, but similar to this on the Diamond Art kits with the horses and the dogs and whatnot. And I just think they're beautiful, but $72 for a painting is way outside of my budget. The only reason I got to buy the ones I got today was I had a special gift from a friend, and I decided to use it for my channel and for my enjoyment versus paying bills. So I usually tend to pay bills when I get extra money, but we decided we would not. Now I ordered another one like this as well that's somewhere in all my packages, but it's different. It's a different dog. But I just love horses. When I was a teenager, I lived with a family that had horses, and I rode just about every day. And it was such a good experience. There's nothing like riding a horse as fast as you can get it to go across a field. You feel like you're flying. And the horses love it too. They just love to get into a high run. One of the horses we had, so on the farm we had a property above that was about 5 acres, and then you could go down into this, I don't know what you call it, a hillside or a canyon, or not really a canyon. It was just like there was a long slope down, and then you went into the lower property that we had about nine acres of. And but there was a tree line. And if the horses had somebody on them that they didn't really want on them, or they knew wasn't really in control, they would make a beeline for that tree line, because they could literally clip you off if you weren't smart enough to duck in time. And but it was a real steep incline down that hill, and usually you'd have to get off the horse and let the horse go up and then walk up yourself, because the couple times we tried to do it while we were on the horse, it was really hard on the horse. So I just opted every time we were going to go back up to either go around the long way around to where we avoided that whole hill completely. But it was just fun, and every time I think about horseback riding, you know, it's just good memories, you know. So anyways, I love horses. I don't ride anymore. It's been many years since I've ridden. And I don't think I'd ride again, just because of, you break these days when you fall. And I took many a spills, and it wasn't necessarily the horse bucking you off. It was you just, you know, when we first started, none of us really knew what we were doing. They got the horses, never having had horses before, and we kind of had to let the horses train us and teach us. I'm not going to take these ones all out, because that's going to be a mess to put back in, because it's going to be a little while before I get them. But these drills are going to be, they're basics. Let's see here. Okay. Alrighty. And then let's look at the toolkit a little bit. This one looks like, this has a multi-placer and just a single placer. Oh, and there's ooh, I was looking for this. I misplaced my other one. I washed it. I used it to do when you get these are like the greatest tool ever invented. This right here, the straightener. And it just goes on the back of your pen, like so. And it can be used many ways. you use it for straightening your drills. Once you've gotten them all lined off, you can just, you know, kind of put it between, and it magically just makes everything straight. It's amazing. You get those big ones with some kits. I think in my next package it's going to have one, but you also get these really big ones. But I like these because you can do it as you go, you know. And then I also use this if I'm going to seal a particular photo or painting. I will use this to spread it around, and I did that the other day, and I washed it, and I'm not sure where I put it when I got finished, and I couldn't find it when I was looking for it, so I'm glad to find this. This gave a scrunchie for your pen. I don't think it's called a scrunchie. I keep calling it a scrunchie, but it's not a scrunchie. Squishy. If you know what this is called, comment down below. I know, but for some reason, every time I go to say what this is, I call it a scrunchie. And as far as I recall, a scrunchie is what we used to use to put our hair up in ponytails back in the day. What is this called? Comfort grip? Something like that. I don't know. Anyways, that's what that is. And then it came with some baggies as well. This one didn't come with hardly any. So the other one, I think the extras they gave me make up for what I lost in this one. So it looks like this only has 5. And normally they come with 10 to 15. So I think somebody in quality control got confused. And then looks like this got squished, but this is like a 2-piece wax. So like what I like to tell everyone who might be new to the channel, everybody's new to the channel because I'm a new channel, so right now everybody's new. But if you're new to diamond painting, this is all you really need. In fact, this is a nice kit for a first kit because you got your single placer with the straightener and then a multi-placer. This is kind of a big multi-placer to start with. I started with the ones, some of the pins will come with a 3-placer or even a 2-placer. And the 3-placer was my comfort zone for a long time. I bought a metal set and I bought a multi-placer that it does 6, and it's perfect right now because it just works so good, and it's helping me to do my paintings a little bit faster. Not that speed is the goal, but sometimes these larger canvases can be a bit overwhelming because doing them 1 at a time or 2 at a time, it takes a long time. So this is really nice. All right, so that's that one. Okay. Oops, I knocked it over. Okay, and then what is this one? Oh, I can't remember. Literally, I've bought so many that I just have been checking off that I got the package and what it says is in it, but I haven't been opening them. I'm just trusting that it's right because I don't want to open them till I'm on here. So this, yes, I like this one. Well, I like them all or I wouldn't order them. Ooh, this one comes pre-bagged. Nice. So this is nice. Sometimes they come where all of the drills are already in little tiny baggies that are resealable, little Ziplocs, so to speak. And some people work right out of these numbered bags. They'll, on the back of them, they'll have the DMC code, and then you can slap a number for what number or what letter is on it. And this is really great when they do this because it does make it a little easier to undo it. And if you don't want to have to you can just work right out of this with your and this one came with your standard green boat. This is a really basic kit. Came with so this is what in the beginning though. This is all the kits ever came with. They came with the little pink deal pen, a little piece of wax and the green boat. This is how they all used to be. This was all that came in them. And they've gotten better and better at adding the baggies, adding some multi-placers and straighteners, adding extra, just extra little goodies, the tweezers. So this, you can make your whole diamond painting with just this. You don't need any of that other stuff. Nice to have, yes, but not necessary. Okay, and let's see what it is. Isn't he cute? Now this is your typical 30 by 40, which is my standard size. Most of my prints are 30 by 40 or 30 by 30. I think I have one 40 by 40, and then I've got a couple of the bigger ones that I just started working on. One that's a little bit bigger, but most of mine are about this size. This is what some people call a bite size. People that have done a lot of Diamond Art Club or other, you know, big premium kits that do those gigantic big ones. These to them are nothing. It doesn't take them any time at all because they're used to working on those big ones. I'm not used to working on those big ones yet, but look at this is actually really good quality. Look, see, you can, everything's very clear. They aren't circles, so I don't like it when they have circles around each of the drills. They call them circle guides. I don't really like those, but this is really gonna be fun just because he's so cute. I love sloths. All right, so that is what I got there. Now, I ordered another one of these. You can't see it yet, but it's a Diamond Art box because I have a few different kits going on, and I like working out of these. It just makes it easy if I decide I want to go somewhere, or it's just easy to just pick up what kit you're doing. And it has this, I got the black one again because it was on sale for, it still is too, on Amazon for $15.99 or $14.99, which is really good because they're usually anywhere from $19 to $23. So it's a little bit of a savings, and it comes with a lot. I did get gypped on the one I bought. The giant one was supposed to have a bunch of tools in it that weren't in it, which is fine. I don't need them. So I'm not returning it or anything. But this carries 60 drill bottles and comes with, hello, although things are buried back here. Let's show you what's in this. So this is worth getting if you wanted tools alone plus a way to store your drills, because this will give you a nice set. Now, I'm not sponsored. I'm not an affiliate of Amazon yet. I'm working on getting all of that stuff lined up, but I'm not at this point, so I don't get paid to show you any of this. But this is just something that I love. My other one, I've been working out of it now for a little while, and it's just nice. You open it up, you've got all your numbers or letters or symbols on the top of the drill things. There's 60, so you could theoretically do two different kits, two different things out of this. I try to just keep it simple and have one project going on in each container, and that way I can use all the bottles. If there's a color that has, you know, 3 or 4 big, anyways, it works that way. There's 60 things. I haven't done my new ones that I just ordered. I think one of them has 63 colors. I think that's the largest in the colors, but it's a lot of colors. I'm like, oh, that's going to be a big one. It comes with 10 of these little hearts. It comes with, I think, about 15 of the little baggies. And then it comes with the ArtDot, one of the large ArtDot, what do we call these? My brain isn't working. For those of you that don't know, I had cancer and went through chemotherapy. And when I went through that chemotherapy, it did something to my brain. And every once in a while, I'll stop and try to think of what I'm trying to think because my brain isn't working properly. It's not calibrating fast enough sometimes. it might just be old age, but it didn't really start until I was going through chemo. When I was going through chemo, I'd walk out the door. My friend would come pick me up to go to treatment. And I'd walk out the door, we'd get halfway down the sidewalk, and I'm like, did I lock the door? I couldn't remember. And I'd go back and check because I couldn't remember. And then finally she started saying, door's locked. Carolyn was great helping me with that. So actually there are 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And then there is, this is the big straightener. So it works the same way as the little straightener that I showed you, but you can do with more at a time. I like to just do it as I'm going. Once I get a certain amount of things, if I have that small one on there. It comes with these tweezers. Now these are a little bit better than the black ones that I've gotten in some of them, but not by much. These are, you know, the plastic tweezers. Those ones I got, the metal ones, those work really well. And then I've got another couple other sets that I got with other kits that are black with a pointy silver top, and those are really nice. They're heavy and they really work good. These are good in a pinch if you get a diamond that falls and it's sitting sideways and you can just pick it up, but for actually taking them off the canvas, they're pretty useless. Oh, and there's more hearts in here. Okay, let's see here. And it also comes with, and this is nice, labels for your jar. You can see those. And I like to use these. I put like the symbol or the letter that's going to be on there. I need to find some labels that I can print symbols, and how to even go about doing that. I bought a labeler, but I don't know which box it's in all the stuff that got delivered. I don't know what box it's in. So I'm just doing it, writing them out for now. But this came with the tweezers, a single placer on both sides. That's interesting. A multi-placer, that's about 5 or 6 on that end. And then a single, and then one, this is a 3-placer. This is the one I liked the most for the longest time, and I still use that one. And then this, I think, is 4 or 5. And then that, okay. And then the tweezers. And it's nice that they match. Okay, and I'm going to put that wax back in here because I don't want it to dry out. Okay. And then it came with another one. This is what I was trying to say. This is what I had, and these get kind of wonky in here. These are great if you're out and about and you don't have anything else. This will help you in a pinch, but they get all, as you can see, it's kind of deformed. It doesn't really want to pop out the way it's supposed to. There, that's sort of. So see, this is what I had, and I've moved to this. And these work really good. How this works is you take your top off of your jar, put that in, and the spout goes right down into there. And so when you take a bead pack and pour it in, it just goes right into the jar. And it's slippery enough, it doesn't catch, you know, you don't have that static. Well, you might have static, I haven't seen that yet, but theoretically, everything just falls through. You pull it out, you put the lid on, and you're good to go. And so I just bought that because I saw somebody else using it, and I had to have it, which is terrible. So when I first started, I told my friend, I was watching videos. I don't know if I watched a video or something. No, I didn't watch a video. I was looking up diamond art stuff on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Amazon. And I was finding all these things, like you could buy drills, you could buy this, that, and the other. There was like all these things you could buy, and I'm like, why do people buy all this stuff? Every kit comes with exactly what you need. Minimalist Kimberly here. And he's like, I don't know, maybe they just like it. And then as I got more and more into it, I started watching videos of other creators just to kind of see, because I'm new to this. I decided I was going to do a channel, and I've been trying to think of what to do a channel on, and I'm like, ah, they do diamond painting channels. That's what I need to do. So that's kind of how this came about. Was I've been trying to. I wanted to do a YouTube channel, and I started one, and it was lame. And so I was like, what, I want to do one, but I want it to mean something. I want it to be something that I really want to do and that I'll stick with, because if you're not into it, you're not going to do it, right? And so I found that that was really what was happening. I'd do a video, and 2 weeks later I'd do another one. You know, it was like, okay, that's lame. So then when I saw, oh, this is a good idea, because this I'm really into, and I love showing people about diamond art painting, because not everybody knows about it, believe it or not. There are people who don't know about diamond art, diamond painting. So this is what I got, this because I have 2 of these going. One has this kind of folds down into itself. One has my freckles painting in it, and one, so I've got 2, and one has my, I'm trying to think what's in what. I think maybe I might have 4 of these now, because I know I kitted both of the kits that I'm working on now into these, and then I have one that has my I'm gonna have to look. I think I have 4, but maybe not. I am working on some cards, or I have a cards one open, and whenever I feel like I need just a quick project, I do one of these cards, and it's really nice because it's something that you can do fast. They take about 90 minutes, or give or take, depending on how much is on the card. And when you're done, you have a nice card to send to somebody. And I've been sending them to my mom. She's in South Dakota, and I'm in Oregon. And so it's nice just to send her something here and there. So yeah, so I have all the card ones in one. And then, oh no, I have the other ones all in a different thing. So anyways, I have to go back and look and see. I might have ordered, I know I had one that I originally got and put the card stuff in. And then I haven't, okay, I'm gonna have to think it through. I can't remember what I've done so far. But I know I just did the leopard painting, and I kitted it up in the other black one of these. So I must have 3 others. So I'll have to go look at that. Anyways, I like having these for this specific reason, for kitting up, and so yes, because I unkitted, or not unkitted, down kitted my Sophie painting, and then put, so no, I've only got 2 others. Yeah, anyways, I'll get my brain working someday soon. But anyways, I've done a couple videos that haven't been put up yet. I still have to finish editing one of them, and I have one that's edited and ready to go, but I started uploading it, and somebody called me on my tablet, and then it stopped it, and I just didn't get back to it. So anyways, that's all for today. I will edit that out. Have a great day. It's Saturday for me. It's been a nice lazy Saturday. I am going to get this stuff put away and get my day started. And I might just do some diamond painting on my freckles painting, or maybe I'll get brave and start working on the other one. I believe that the freckles painting I'm going to do is mostly just going to be with background music or whatnot. And then because I'm in the other room with that, and birds. Yeah, birds. They make it difficult because nobody wants to listen to my birds. Sometimes I don't even want to listen to my birds. Most of the time I like it, but they can get really noisy. So. Okay, so I had to figure out what I did with those drills. And I can't for the life of me find where I put the drills. I found the painting because it's been sitting out, but I'm not sure where I put the drills. But I know I kitted it up in one of those square boxes versus the one of these because I didn't have this available. So that's what I did with it. And I know I had a big bag that I was keeping it in, so I will find that. It's probably in my living room somewhere, but it's not right where I thought it was. So wanted to just let you know. So I only have 3 of these 60 placers, which I've put to good use. This one is going to remain empty till I come up with a new project. It's nice to be able to get something going when you get ready to. So I can kit something up and have it ready for a month if I need to. So it's just ready to go. That being said, so far right now I have the freckles painting and the painting of the big leopard that I kitted up the other day that hasn't been posted yet. And that's what I've got ready to go. And then I just got these 2 new paintings. I've showed several others, so who knows what's going to be the next project I'm going to be in my bonnet. I think what I'm going to do is I have a couple really small square diamond paintings, and I want to try those. So I think what I'm going to do, well, this one isn't small, but this is one that I got that's a small, and I already did an unboxing of this. This is a square, and then I have another one that's just crocuses, and it's really small. I think it's like a 20 by 20. It's really little. And I think that's what I'll start with in the squares, just to see how it goes, because I have a DIY coming that is, I think, it's big. It's the flowers and butterflies. I believe that's the one that's squares. I got the flowers and butterflies, and then I got a butterfly that says, I can't remember what it says, but it's a big butterfly. It just got released today. And then I got the Mother Love horse one, which is the mother horse and the baby horse. It's beautiful. I believe that's around, thankfully, because I really want that to turn out good. I mean, I spent a pretty penny on both of them. I think that one was with the discount because I had already used my discount code. If I'd have just bought all 3 of them at once, I hemmed and hawed. Did you ever do this? I hemmed and hawed about what to do because I didn't really want, I had $150 to spend, and they're very expensive, but there was a 25% off discount code, but you can only use it once. Darn it, I went and bought the 2 butterfly ones, the flowers one with the butterflies, flowers and butterflies, and then the other one is just a big butterfly with a saying on it, something about your dreams. And then I had seen the horse one, and I was like, I really want that, but it was expensive. I think it was $72, and with the discount code it would have been considerably less, right? But I used a discount code on the first 2, and then I was talking to my friend who had given me the money, and I said I almost got this other one too, but I thought I might just hold on to the money. And then 2 seconds later I'm like, well, the money was given to me for, you know, to do whatever I want, and I don't usually spend this kind of money on this kind of thing, and I really wanted that horse one. It was killing me. Not really, that's a little bit extreme, but it was just me. I was just kind of, oh, I'm gonna kick myself. So I went back and I put in my order, paid for it and everything, and I'm like, okay, there went extra $10 because basically for me, out of my own pocket, that was $10 out of everything. And I used my Save 20 coupon because I still had that code from signing up with Diamond Art. So I'm like, oh, I still have a code. So I didn't get 25%, but I did get 20% off of it. And I ended up having to pay $10 for shipping. So basically the discount paid for shipping. And I got free shipping on the other one. So I could have gotten another $10 plus if I'd just ordered it all at once. Live and learn. But then I went back to like save a copy of the picture so I could send it to my friend what I got. And it was sold out. So literally I got it 5 minutes later, it was sold out. Gone. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I ordered that. Because the one thing I don't like about Diamond Art Club, and I get why they do it. They do a release, everything sells out. They don't have a bunch of canvases sitting around. They're done. And the ones that they got the most, response on, they might print down the road, they might not. But for the most part, that's all they're doing. And they're going to come out with new renderings and they're going to do new pictures on their next release. And that's kind of how they do it. I don't like that because it puts you in that, and it's just exactly why they do it, and it works for them. It puts people in a frenzy and they go to the site and they order right away. And so they sell out in a day or two. And that's why they do it. And they kind of guesstimate how many to have of each one based on what they think people are going to buy. And it's a great approach as a company for making sure that you sell everything that you make. And so you're not, you don't have stuff sitting on the shelves that you don't have to clearance out later. But for people who want to be able to maybe save up their money for something and, or, want to think about it for a little while, you don't have time to think. It's buy now or it's gone. The other thing I don't like is they're so expensive, and I get it. You're getting a premium product. You're getting the, the best of the best, but still it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And most of us can't afford to do that. I can't normally afford to do that. If my friend hadn't gifted me this money for just, it was just a sweet gift. And putting it towards my channel by giving me something really fun to do and, something good to work on. Not that I don't have like all these other kits that I still need to work on, but anyways, so I just wanted to come back on and say that that's the one thing that I did do today. I did participate in the frenzy. I didn't even realize it was a frenzy, honestly. Last night or last week, I kept hearing about the launch. I kept hearing they're going to launch new items. And I'm like, okay, I've only been doing my channel now for maybe just at a month, something like that. And so I haven't really paid attention to everything going on. I've watched a few videos before I started and whatnot, but really I've just, I've done me. I am who I am. And I got into it because a friend was nice and sent me a thing of kits, and then I just got hooked and I would buy them, but I buy them off Amazon and I'll continue to buy them off Amazon because to me it's what I can afford, and it's what the vast majority, I think, of my audience can afford, right? Most of us are on a tight budget. I mean, if you're like me, I'm getting closer and closer to that 60 age limit. I'll be 59 here before too long, in about 6 months. And then, I'm heading to 60. Our budgets aren't huge, I don't have this big budget for stuff. So I do the budget friendly ones, and it's really, they do the same thing for me. They relax me. I think maybe the big ones might actually tense me up a bit just because, oh no, I don't want to mess this up. So if you're new to diamond painting and you've never done it before and you are thinking, oh, I can't afford this, you don't have to buy expensive kits. You can go and purchase a kit on Amazon, try it out, see if you like it. Most of the kits, if you look at the kits, you can find decent kits. In fact, the ones I opened today that you saw, one was oh gosh, I think it was like $6.99, and I think the other one was $4.99, if I'm thinking properly. So they don't, and I find them when they go on half price. So what'll happen is maybe they're normally $10.99 or $8.99 or something like that, and then they've had them on for a while, and they're not selling very fast, and so they then clearance them. So you can find it on clearance, even if it's 10% or 20%. Sometimes they're 50% off. So a $9.99 kit becomes $4 something, and that's a really good deal. Or sometimes even $3.99. So, and they're nice kits. I haven't had any issues with any kit that I've bought. In fact, the ones that I've had the most issues with have been the customs that I've had done, and not in a bad way. I mean, they numbered them screwy, and I didn't like that. That was really confusing, and they overglued. They like, it's like it's a glue pour, and it's like they just poured it on and it went all the way to the edges and some parts of it. So that was really not pleasant. I don't like that, but the painting itself is fine. You know, it's just having to figure out how to work with that. And I just took some um, what do you call it, release paper, and put it on there, and then we're done. You know, then it's not you're not sticking to it when you rest your hand or anything there. So it does make it hard to see the legend, but I just pull it down to look at the legend, then put it back, and before long it'll, you know. So that's how I do that. So that's what I got for you today. I'm going to be uploading a couple different videos. I'm going to be working on my painting here in a few minutes. So that'll get loaded. I'm not sure when. I started last night on it. I might just do each square that I'm doing, and then post it after each square, and maybe speed it up and put some music to it, just so that it's not so long. Sometimes I feel like, oh gosh, nobody wants to watch all this. But it takes a while, you know, to do the painting. So I will see you later. Thanks for watching.